All right, I'm back, the YouTube's back, and welcome to the first of many videos. So I am currently in the office, about to do some check-ins. Today is push day, so I thought let's film a small intro now. Maybe I'll give a bit of an update as to where I've been. Obviously the last video that I posted was during prep. I believe it was my final show / wrap up, which was the Europeans. So yeah, I've been very quiet, but that doesn't mean I haven't been working very hard in this off season. And so far, I won't spoil it, but I think I've made some progress. At least I hope so. So like I said, maybe I'll give a bit of an update later on in this video. But today is push day. I'm gonna do these check-ins, leave you here, and I will catch up with you either on the way to the gym, in the gym, or maybe with a wrap up of how things have been the last few weeks, and then I'll show you some of my training. Okay, I am still in the office. As you can imagine, I spend quite a bit of my time in here, but it is fairly nice in here. I've just moved it around. It's not the biggest, but it does the job, and it's far nicer than where I used to have to do check-ins and work. So it's pretty cool when I can come in here and this is basically where I do work only. So yeah, anyway, I say that and then I'm going to say this, but I'm about to write my logbook. This logbook is absolutely battered. It's like falling apart, but I'm not going to change it because it's got a load of cool stickers from loads of places we've been. So yeah, I'm going to write out my logbook. I'm sure people know how to write out a logbook, but I'll show you how I do mine because I used to do it a little differently. Now I do it more efficiently, so I don't have to write it out as often, but that time has come, which, yeah, if you're like me, it's like, oh God, it's just annoying having to do it. So yeah, I'll write this out. I'll show you how I do it roughly. And yeah, we'll then go downstairs, make the pre-workout, intra-workout supplements, make the pre-workout meal, and then we'll head off to the gym. So this is what you've been waiting for, how I set it up. So session goes here, push A will go here, all of the movements, all of the sets that I'm going to be doing. So for example, incline press, 6 to 9, 10 to 12, whatever. Then on here, I will write the weight. So it'll be like 400 kilos for 10 reps because that's how strong I am. And then I'll basically just go week to week. So this essentially, one, gives you more book, so it never runs out, or not for a long time. And it also means you only have to write it out once every 5 weeks, as opposed to every week, which is an absolute ball ache. So that is what I do. I'm going to write out the exercises now, and then like I said, we will head downstairs, get all the bits ready, and then head off to the gym. At the gym now, first exercise has gone down. That was a lion cuff lateral. Onto the first press session today, which is the Skellcore. It's basically like a flex replica. It's actually very good. Feels very similar. I don't really know how they've done it, but it feels very good. I've used the flex stuff, a few different bits of the flex stuff at different gyms, and they all feel very similar. So yeah, the one thing they all have in common is they are extremely heavy, but I've progressed this relatively well. So I'll do a few warm-up sets, get into the working set. I've got 2 or 3, probably gonna do 3 today. I kind of go off how I feel. If I feel good, I do more. If I don't, I do 2. So we'll see. But usually I wanna do the 3rd one, and I end up just doing it anyway. So like I said, we'll warm up, or I'll warm up, and then we will get into first working set, which I'll make sure you see. Last warm up probably gonna go down now, 2.5, so 2.5 plates. Last working set, I got 3 for 6. So we'll see how this moves, and then we'll see if I can beat 6 reps on the working set.
good. Song of choice. Let's get it. Oh, come on then. 6 to beat. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so intra-workout. I would have showed this at the start, I believe. So I've got 30 grams of Carb X, 20 grams of EAAs, which were the Trained by JP sour cherry. And then I've also got 10 grams of creatine as well. So intra-workout is one of those things that I genuinely feel like if you're not using it, you're missing out. It's like if my food's at 100 carb or 1,000 carb, I'm always gonna have some form of intra-carb in my session because I genuinely think it makes a big difference. Like throughout my first prep in 2021, I didn't use it for probably the last 6 weeks. And I genuinely noticed a difference. Like when I look back, when my physique started changing, when my training started changing, it was actually when I pulled this out. So my most recent prep, I didn't pull it out and I was able to train pretty much very well throughout the entire prep. And okay, maybe it wasn't just this, but this would have had a big part in my opinion. Okay, second set just done. Moving on to third set now. So like I said, I go off whether I feel it's gonna be beneficial or not. I've got a great chest pump already, but why not go again? So just over 2 plates for this set. Feel isn't everything, but I really focus on feeling this set. Yeah, my chest is pretty much fried, even though I've only done 2 sets. So I can't expect to get crazy amounts out of it, but I can get a little bit more. So I'm gonna take it. So let's get into the set and we'll see how we get on. Okay, time for the shoulder press. So 3 sets on the incline, 3 sets of lateral to start, and now 2 sets on here. This machine is crazy heavy, but I actually like the fact that it's heavy. I remember I couldn't do 2 plates. Now I'm doing a little bit more than 2 plates. So that feeling is pretty fucking sick. So yeah, we'll warm up. We'll take 2 and a little natty plate and see what we get. Last time was 2 and a natty plate for 7. So we'll see today. Maybe I can get 9. So, just like I said, this piece is heavy and it humbles you. Didn't get my 9 today, but next time I will. I know it. hard stuff is done now, onto cable fly. So far I've done 3 sets for pecs. This will be another 2 to 3. So I do between 5 and 6 sets for pecs in this session, before moving on to another shoulder movement, which will be a lateral. So we'll get into this. So I'm sure most people already know the main cues for something like a pec deck or a cable fly, but you want to really be thinking about bringing your upper arm or your bicep into your pec. Don't really be thinking about your hands. I say most people probably already know this, but I see it in the gym all the time. You know, people going like this, crunching over, curling in, hands together. When I do this, or even this, I feel nothing with my pec, whereas when I do this, I feel my pec, it contracts. So, you know, think about elbows coming together, not just smashing your hands together. Okay, dumbbell lateral next. I am that dickhead as well that stands like right in front of the mirror, right by the dumbbells, but as you can see, there's no one else by the dumbbells at the minute, so I don't feel too bad doing it. I put it later in the session as well, which sciencey doesn't necessarily make sense, but I'm not the strongest. However, I was moving some relatively heavy weights on these, and although it feels decent, I'd rather not move as much weight and get more out of it in terms of placing it later in the session. So I actually do a set of 12 to 15, and then I'll try and hit 20 reps in as few sets as possible with this. So just 1 set, but essentially it's going to be like 4 sets, most likely. So yeah, I'll get a weight and we'll get into it. Pretty much all of the session done now. Onto triceps, rope, press down, extension, whatever you want to call it. Do 3 sets here, 3 of an overhead, abs, and then we'll be done. So I'll probably do a little bit of wrap up at the end, but this will probably be the last thing I film. So enjoy it. And that is the session wrapped up. So finished up with you guys, I believe, on tricep press downs. Finished then with overhead extensions and a cable crunch. And now I'm in a car. It's raining in sunny Wales. I've got about a 35, maybe 40-minute trip back, maybe more because of the time. But it's all good. It was a good session. First video back on YouTube is done. So hopefully you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Because if I tell you, then I know you're 100% going to do it. So catch you in the next one.